Good Sunday morning. This is Samantha. What are we going to talk about today? There's so many things to talk about. Today is January 15th, 2023. And hey, we woke up. I mean, that's a great thing. You hear my voice? We made another day. But I'm not gonna be with you guys too long on this live. Um, but man, kind of pissed. I'm a little pissed though because my team lost yesterday, and I kind of already expected it. I mean, Seattle had a average season. I personally did not have high hopes that we were gonna make it to the wild card game, playoffs, whatever. Um, I expected Green Bay to I expected Green Bay to win against Detroit, and I expected Green Bay to be in the wild card. I expected Green Bay to be that Cinderella team that no team want to face. Um, but Green Bay isn't that team anymore. Let's be real. And so Seattle made it to the wild card, and their first opponent was the 49ers. And I just like, was trying not to be a Debbie Downer about it because, the 49ers are great. They're a great team. No hate, no shade. Don't care for the state and their politics, but um, the team itself, it's a great team. And they're behind Mr. What they call him? I forget what Mr. Mr. Incredible. No. I forget what they call him. Mr. Irrelevant. Mr. Irrelevant. Um, this Purdy guy. I don't know who this Purdy guy is, but he came out of nowhere and been playing, been helping the team. But the first half yesterday, I was like, man, okay. I didn't watch the game because I feel like sometimes and I feel like sometimes I'm a bad luck charm. And so I didn't watch the game because I just, hey, if we win, we're gonna win. Let's just win. So when I saw that the halftime score, what was that, 20-17 or 17-14? I'm sorry, something like that. Um, I was surprised. I'm not going to even lie. I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay, Seattle, okay, Gino, we trust in Gino, okay. Well, I don't know what the hell happened in the second half. Maybe I should watch the game, right? I mean, that was in the back of my mind before the game started. I said to myself, I wouldn't be surprised if Seattle lose. Just don't lose like TCU. TCU. Just don't do a TCU loss. Don't do a 63 to 7 score. Don't lose like that on national TV. Noted that this ain't the Super Bowl, like that was the national title game. But um it was just it was kind of rough to see that score just keep increasing for San Francisco. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to turn this game on. And then I'm like, okay, I'll catch the second game. But our fat he wanted to watch, you know, his shows. And Let Fat watch his shows. I missed a hell of a game. I know I saw, I believe at halftime, the Chargers were up 24-0. Lawrence threw for 3 picks in the first half. I think all to the same defensive player. I don't know what position he plays. Safety. I don't know. Probably so. Um, I didn't look it up. So I knew they were down at halftime. I said, uh oh. I mean, it's the battle of two young quarterbacks. So I'm assuming, okay, it's a battle of two young quarterbacks. It's gonna be equally matched or whatsoever. Then 24-0, I was like, okay, maybe I'm not missing anything. Then I see the final score, 30-31 Jacksonville. Hold the hell up! What just happened? This man threw 4 picks and still won the game. Damn. Like my hubby said yesterday, this should give Dak Prescott some hope, right? Dak throws interceptions, but they still win. Dallas still win. He has to throw his 3 interceptions in order for Dallas to win. I don't even know the schedule for today. I know 3 games. Thank you. Oh, okay. Back to Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick of the draft. That's why they call him Mr. Irrelevant. Okay. Thank you, hubby. My hubby be having my back. I get on here talking and don't know what the hell I'm talking about sometimes, right? And he'll text me and say, no, incorrect, woman. But so going back to what I was saying previously, so yeah, I'm still a little pissed at Seattle's performance overall, but I kind of expected it, so I guess I shouldn't be pissed. I think I'm more pissed at the fact that I missed that second game. And I could easily watched it from my phone or anything like that. Um, I think at that time I started editing videos, you know. So it is what it is. But yeah. So today, this first game today, Dolphins at the Bills, and I don't think Tua's playing. That come on at noon. I don't think Tua's playing. So I don't see Miami winning. Now they beat the Bills, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think it's gonna be a beatdown per se, like a TCU beatdown, but I don't see it. And then the 3:30 game, which I probably is probably my least favorite game, but probably going to be the most exciting game, honestly. The Giants and the Vikings at the Vikings. I mean, the Vikings have a good record this year. They've been playing good. I am not a big fan of Cousins, not gonna lie. I think he's overrated, but Vikings have been playing. So, but I got the Giants in this game. I really do. I got the Giants. I got the Giants with the upset. I'm sorry. I got the Giants with the upset. I don't know how. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I got the Giants with the upset. Then the night game, the Ravens at the Bengals, and yeah, Lamar Jackson not playing, so it's pretty much a wrap for that game. I mean, Burrow been playing his ass off. Wait, yeah, I can use profanity after 8 seconds. Okay, into my life. Okay. That's a whole nother topic that I'm gonna talk about shortly. But yeah, I got the Bengals. This might be a TCU route. This one here, this game. But it's a night game, so even if it is a route, I'm gonna watch it. Um I know he went on Twitter the other day to pretty much let people know, like, hey, I'm hurt for real, about his knee. A lot of people were speculating that he's not playing because of contract issues whatsoever. I remember when he twisted his knee. It's a knee issue. It's probably more severe than they want to let people know. But I'm not gonna say it's a torn ACL, MCL. I think he said it's a mid-grade 2 sprain, which is something 4 to 6 weeks out. So yeah, he's not playing. So he's not playing, and Tua not playing. So I don't see neither of those teams winning. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, of course, you got Prescott. Are they in Tampa Bay? Let me see. Yeah, they in Tampa Bay. They going against the GOAT. Hmm. Oh no, that's a tricky game right there. I don't want to go against the GOAT. I just realized. Well, let me not tell that lie. I've always admired Tom Brady skills, but I used to think that it was a tribute to the system, Belichick's system in New England. So when he went to Tampa Bay and they won the Super Bowl in his first year there, I said, wait a minute. He is the system. You know what I mean? With that being said, I don't know if they're going to advance past Dallas. I don't know. I think they win if Dak doesn't throw an interception. That sounds stupid to say. But if Dak doesn't throw an interception, I think Tampa Bay wins. Dak has to throw a minimum of 3 interceptions in order for his confidence to be boosted, it seems like. And when he throws for 3 or more interceptions, Dallas wins, seems like. I'm the win losses might be 50-50 on that one, but it just seemed like it. I could be wrong. It just seemed like it. But that's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to determine. But because I like Brady, I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. But I am highly disappointed in that team though. Um I mean, I thought they had some names. I mean, okay, you got Mike Evans. Is it Julio Jones down there? I've heard Julio Jones' name be mentioned maybe twice. I believe at the beginning of the season he was injured, maybe, or suspended, one or two. I think injured. I don't know. And then, what's his name? That came from Jacksonville. Fournette. I mean, I would think those are some hitters. But I watched this one Tampa Bay. I forgot who they played, and it's like Evans didn't even jump. And then the following game, he caught 3 touchdowns. It's like I don't know if they're picking what game they want to win, lose. I mean, I know you're not doing that, of course, but I just recognize the chat. So it works. Perfect. I see it. Perfect. Um, I'm going to move it so I won't miss it next time. Because it's small in my corner. So I just happened to look at it and say, oh, someone commented. Mario. G, no. Oh, I get it. Oh, you're a hater. I get it. You're a hater. um, don't do Gino like that. Don't do Gino like that. But I don't know who's gonna win this Dallas Tampa Bay game tomorrow. But it's a Monday night football game. I'm gonna watch it nevertheless. So who do I have for my wins today? I have Buffalo. I have the Giants. And I have the Bengals are my winners today. My winner for tomorrow night is Tampa Bay. I ain't betting money, so if I win, yay me. If I lose, oh well, right? But anywho, so from what I heard, I did not do any research. Rihanna will be hosting the halftime show. I don't know if she is bringing anybody else on. It'd be cool if she bring on her little boo thing, but that'll be funny if she bring him on there. I want to. I kind of want to see it now. Now that I said it, I kind of want to see it. But yeah, I want to know who she gonna bring on. I don't think it's just gonna be her. I don't know who else. Who else can flow with her? That I don't know. I can't think of anybody else who will flow with her. It might gotta be someone out of the R&B rap genre. Maybe someone of the pop or country or something. I don't know who, but I'm expecting more collaboration, collaborators, if that's the right word to use. So yeah, we got the Super Bowl coming up soon in a few weeks, about a month. Hey, 2023 is here. We'll be in February before you know it. But so switching gears. So I read yesterday. I actually watched and then read. So this platform here, this wonderful platform, is doing some changes for the content creators, and I'm not monetized, and it is what it is. I do this, you know, as a what I want to use this. What I want to say. I do this. I do videos. I edit my videos. I go live, more or less. So it is. I'm like a flower, a blooming flower, or it's trying to bloom. A flower that's trying to bloom. I've said it in previous videos and previous lives that I'm typically a person who is conservative about her personal ideas, her and keep herself to herself. Um, Asked me last year would I asked me last year would I be doing what I'm doing now? I would say hell no, because the internet sometimes can be mean. I don't want my voice out there. I don't want my image out there. I don't want me out there. I don't want people who I don't know, who don't know me, to know me. But I came to the point that I have things to say, and whether someone knows me or not, they're still gonna have their judgment of me, right? So why not still say what I have to say? Cause the judgment's still gonna be there. The talk is still gonna be there. So why limit myself? So I decided, you know, a couple months ago to late, I think November, I believe, I decided to, hey, you know what? Instead of being a pedestrian and watching everybody lives or watching everybody, channels, and I still do watch some channels, but why I can't do my own channel? I have things to say. Um, my toes are cold right now. See, I have contributed something to this atmosphere on this platform. My toes are cold right now. There. We can run with that. We can say, hey, her toes are cold because A, she has no heat. B, she doesn't have any socks on. Or C, is her toes really cold? Or is she saying that just to be saying that? See, there's so many ways we can go with this. And I'm starting to realize I like the opportunity to be talking with you guys, and you guys don't even know what the hell I'm going or which direction I'm going. Some days I don't know which direction I'm going. I'm just going. I'm going, and I'm not going to look back. But for the record, my toes are cold. And they're cold because it is technically 30 degrees outside where I'm at. And I decided not to put socks on. It's not cold in the house whatsoever. But my toes are. My toes are. Anywho, back to what I was saying about this platform. So what I read is that there are going to be some channels who start to become demonetized. Again, I'm not monetized yet. If they start using profanity within the first 8 seconds of their of their recorded videos whatsoever. And I'm like, okay, what type of profanity? I I may slip, and they say, oh, you could say damn. You could say damn within the first 8 seconds, but you can't say bitch within the first 8 seconds. Oh, you could say hell within the first 8 seconds, but you can't say shit within the first 8 seconds. Or that video, live, whatever, will be demonetized. I said, oh, okay. But I know a few YouTubers. I don't know them personally. Let me clarify that, because that may sound like I personally know them. I do not. I have heard, watching a few YouTubers, who every other word is a profanity word. They start their shows with profanity. So I wonder if they're gonna switch it up, or they're going to get demonetized, right? And the whole thing is, if you're monetized, you don't want your whole channel demonetized. You don't want that. If your whole channel is demonetized, you were monetized, and now all of a sudden your whole channel now is demonetized. I mean, if you're in it for the money, there's no point of having that channel anymore. Personally, you know. So I'm gonna watch what I say on things from now on, regarding regarding the profanity, even down to topics. Um, to a lot of things that's going on right now in the world, going on, especially here in the States, I'm not in agreement with. Um, my hubby sent me a story yesterday, and it kind of bugged me a little bit because I don't think 10 years ago, I wouldn't, I might be wrong with this one, 5 years, but I'll say 10 years. 10 years ago, we didn't have this problem. He sent me an article. A young lady was in the locker room, and a individual walked in who identified themselves as a female, but with a long, with a penis. And the young lady was very, very, uncomfortable. Grown person, you know, and she told her dad, and the dad talked to the police, and the police like, hey, tell your daughter that she can't, don't use that shower, don't use that bathroom anymore. I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, and it all depends. I gotta see what city that was in, but I thought that there were restrooms and facilities for that particular reason. I thought I thought that like a gender neutral bathroom, a gender neutral shower, um, you know, locker room. I guess this one wasn't. And it's kind of scary in a way. It's more or less of safety. Like, I personally, and this is just me, I personally wouldn't be scared. I'd be more intrigued, like, you got a dick, but you're a woman? Tell me how that worked. Tell me where your mental stay at. But okay, I'm about to start a rant. So let me stop right now because I will rant about that. Um, I wouldn't be scared, but I can imagine a 12-year-old seeing an adult, quote unquote, individual who identify as a female. They're in the female washroom or a ladies washroom, a ladies locker room, and they see someone who identifies as a woman but with a penis hanging out. I could see the fear in that. Whether that person is will do anything or not, that person may be totally innocent and just try and get ready themselves. In most cases they are. They're not on that BS. But shouldn't we still protect our kids? I mean, I think we're coming to the point in society that we're just allowing everything. And then when the breaking point comes, we're gonna look around and say, "Oh well, but if we did this would happen." We know a lot of stuff should not be happening. We know. I think I ranted about this on my last live. Our son is not old enough yet for school. Um, but looking at the curriculum at the school in our city, and it's a public school, and they already got want to teach these kids stuff in especially first grade. I saw it first grade. I don't recall seeing it in kindergarten, but first grade. My son don't need to know what the Black Lives Movement is. He need to know his shapes and colors and his numbers to 2050. His ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. He don't need to know the Black Lives Matter movement or when it started and stuff. He don't need to know all that. He don't need to know the LGBTQIA plus. I think that's it. He don't need to know that. He don't need to know that in first grade. And I know it's another thing they have, and I'm not too sure what it is, but the Latinx. Why are we teaching our kids these things at a young age that they're not even mentally prepared for? I can't. I well, hell. Let me take that back now because we got 6 year olds shooting up teachers. So let me hold on. Let me check myself for a second. I was about to say these 6 year olds don't know any better. You know, they don't know anything. They don't know about that, and that's true. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of kids out here in first, second grade don't even know the correct terminology of their body parts, you know, or really what's the function of their body parts, what's the reasoning of their body parts. Um, I don't understand why it's being forced. It seems like it's being forced. I don't understand why it's not being just taught. It's being forced on our kids. And you're going to learn about the history of the Black Lives Matter. As we learn about the history of the Black Lives Matter movement, and you start reading and you start educating yourself really on the movement, you start to get disgusted by the movement because you realize the movement is segmented, meaning it doesn't incorporate everybody. The Black Lives Matter movement does not incorporate black men. It started off the hymns of two black men, but if you clearly read their mission statement, they don't focus on black men, and they say that. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, wow. So we're just going to leave black. I mean, I don't know if you haven't been paying attention, but I'm personally tired of always seeing the news or hearing the news or seeing in little articles of black men either getting shot dead or in jail. There's that's a pandemic in itself, you know. Um, I'm saying all that to say is there's more things that our kids need to learn than to be fed agenda stuff that adults are trying to feed them. Um, there's more things. We gotta do better as adults. We gotta do better. We're failing our kids thinking that hey we're teaching them something. We're failing them. We're failing them big time. We're not giving them the proper life lessons, and it's probably because we don't know. You know, we're confused. We're confused as adults. You know, you can look at, and I'm just speaking of here in America. You can look at the political world. We're confused. You can look at the financial world, the educational world, the health world. I mean, if you want to get the shot, you get the shot, or what they call the jab. It's up to you, whatever. But increasing costs, quadruple costs increase for the shot. Why? I think I read the other day, and I'm trying to think what it. I read things, and I should do better in taking notes and mental notes or physical notes or whatsoever. But I don't think it was insulin. It was something else. I know Bernie Sanders was talking about it, and it increases some type of injection for something, and it might be the jab. It might be Moderna. I don't even know how to pronounce it right. The Moderna. Murder. It might be that. I might be talking about the same thing. I don't know, but it increased significantly, and he was like, "Hey, that's wrong. Y'all wrong for that." Our whole country is confused, man. Our whole country is confused. But I will say, even though it was a horrible sight, and personally, I'm glad I didn't see it. A lot of good came out of it. You know, a couple weeks ago, watching football, I'm sure everybody saw it. That Buffalo player, man, collapsed. Bro legit died on the field. They brought him back to life and everything in the hospital, trying to save his life. Yesterday, he went and visited the Bills facility. Of course, he's not playing, but bro is a walking miracle. I can honestly say that so many people, I saw so many people in comments and on different platforms of different shades, different races, different sexes, whatever. They all came together, you know? He has a donation thing he does for children, I believe in his hometown. And I know the goal was like 2,500 that he established before he came to the NFL. And of course, you're gonna have your few, nitpickers and all that stuff. But his goal was 2,500, and the last time I checked, I think it made to like damn near $8 million. That's a blessing. A lot of people I saw quite a few people like, oh, what he gonna take the money. And I'm like, you got and I had to stop myself because I found myself then more focused on the 15% that's negative versus the 85% that's positive, that was wishing this young man to get well, prayers, energy, positive energy, things like that. And I found myself more focused on the 15% that was dishing out negative things and um, r- racial comments, racial slurs, and all that crap. And I had to check myself. Why I was so focused on the negative. No, let me be part of that 85% that celebrate. Let me be part of that 85% of humanity that knows that, man, life is a gift. At any day, we're gone. You know what I mean? And mercy was given to that man that night on national TV. Now that was a great matchup game. Bengals and the Bills. That was gonna be an epic game. I mean, you had everybody talking about it. Everybody. National TV. Ooh. Man, that happened. Man, F football. You know what I mean? Like that's irrelevant. You know. Then I heard about some comments that Skip that's on Twitter, what he called himself, Skip Dripless or something like that. Drip slip, drip skip. I don't know what he called him, something. But I know he made a comment that, man, many people were angry about. And I read the comment. I read it to myself. I read it out loud. I said, man, Skip, you shouldn't have said that. I get what you're saying. I get it. At the end, he said this all irrelevant. But at the moment, at the very moment, he shouldn't have said what he said about This is gonna have implications for the postseason. At that very moment, no, he could have kept that out. He could have just said his wishes, prayers, whatever, his energy, positive energy, and kept it moving. At that particular time, people were sensitive, and I mean, people have a right to be sensitive, in that area. One of my I'm not gonna say a fear, but one of my biggest things I did not want to experience is seeing an athlete collapse, from a cardiac episode, a cardiac episode or anything like that on national TV, or if I'm at the game in person. I don't ever want to see that. I don't ever want to see that. Um, so the fact that this happened, and right before this happened, I was away from the TV, so I missed it. I And that's part of the selfish part of me. I'm glad I didn't see that, because that's something that I didn't ever want to see. You know what I mean? So yeah, he could have saved that tweet. I understood the tweet, but I don't think the time was right for that particular sentence in his tweet. And he made it, and he caught excuse me, I am burping or something. He caught a lot of flack for it. I mean, the man received death threats. I saw with my own eyes, and it's really, really on Twitter. But Twitter is his own beast. I don't play with Twitter because them folks over there crazy. No, I'm good. I will dibble and dabble sometimes when I feel like being petty. That's sometimes. But man, they were eating this man alive. I mean, they called for his job. But what got me, and I'm serious, and I'm I'm not gonna dive too much into it, because um I know how sensitive some of my fellow black people are. But I saw a lot of people who was commenting and making comments, even, like I said, on different platforms, and they were black, and a lot of their comments kind of, it didn't bother me, but I asked, had he not been a black guy, would you have shown that same measure? Um, I think a lot of us play that role of, but if I was white, play that trope. And we gotta get over that. We really do. We really do. We black folks, we play cards, right? Most of us, not all of us, some of us can't play cards. Most of us play cards, whether it's poker, spades, rummy, whatever. You see your cards, you see your hand, you know your hand. How you gonna play your hand? I'll say as far as with spades, you see your hand. How many books you gonna get? You think you can run a yard against your partner? Or you think your partner, you can set your partner? Or you think your partner set you? Or you look at your hand and be like, man, I don't even think I can make board. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, you see your hand. Your hand is dealt to you. You see it before you play. We see what's going on. We see it. Black folks, we see it. But why do we still use that same trope? Time and time and again. We keep using the same trope, the same sad song. Well, if I was white, it would have been different. Had he been white, had she been white, we know that. We know that there is a difference. We know that we can walk into a store, a white man and a black man, and we can know security is going to focus on that black man because of his skin color, because of the idea that black men steal. That's already known, but that should deter our lives. We know that. So what are we going to do about it? What are we going to? Are we going to sit there and just keep saying, "Had I been white, he won't follow me"? Are we gonna be like, you know what? You gonna mess around? I'm gonna own this store. You know what I mean? We gotta get over this trope. This we gotta get over this. We gotta get over it. Yes, it's a lot of racism out here. Yes, the world. But speaking in the country right now, the country is racist. Yes, we know that. We know you looked at every general function body of this country, from politics to education to healthcare to the financials, anything is dominated not by us, but it is created to benefit them, to set and to limit us. And I say us, of those are of the black and brown community. I'm just being honest. But at the same token, where they think a lot of places they limit can actually be for our benefit. But if our people had the mentality of, like for instance, I'll give you a prime example. Having this conversation on another platform. This was a few months ago. I used this excuse, not excuse. I used this example. That's the word I want to use. Example. I use this example a lot when I talk to people about this because it's tiresome. So it was talking about a lot of our students, our black and brown students, being taught. And in the comments, they were just saying, "Hey, these these white teachers, they don't know how to teach our black kids." Ooh, all that mess. Partially true, especially if it has something to do with culture. If I ain't no white person need to be teaching a black or brown child about the culture of the black and brown community. I'm gonna leave that there. Anywho, can't relate. Can't relate. Can't relate. Anywho, um, so the comments were like, "Hey, these white teachers don't need to be teaching these black children." Ooh. And I said, "Oh, okay, well, man, let's get come on, black people, let's get our teaching license. Let's teach these young kids. Since we're saying these white people don't need to teach our black children, let's get some licenses and let's teach them. This one guy told me, "Man, I ain't about to teach no kids. What, you think I'm white or something?" I was so confused. So it made me start asking questions like, what do you mean? Like, so are you saying that only white people can teach? Are you where are we going with this? Well, I'm just saying, yeah, he didn't make any sense. So I'm about to sound like him and it ain't gonna make sense. Well, I'm just saying though, um, you know, yeah, our kids need to be taught, to talk about the culture and stuff like that. And but you talking about, us becoming teachers and stuff like that. Man, that's that white shit. Are you saying that only white people are able to teach? No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying that, ain't nobody about to go to school for that shit. Oh, okay, so we see why the kids are fucked up, right? Here we go here, and the conversation continued and it went into the whole now different professions: doctors, lawyers, attorneys, judges. Man, that's that white shit. So what's black shit? Being locked up in jail, slinging. I was confused at that point. I was confused because if being a doctor or being an attorney or being a judge is for white people, is that white shit? What's black shit? The opposite. This is a black person I was talking to, and unfortunately, this is a black male who has young kids. So, hey, stigma. But you know, I I I got pissed off, but I felt bad. Like, dude, you sound dumb as fuck, and you got kids, and you got kids, or like another cat. I call him a cat. Another cat gonna sit and man, I'm raising my kids in the hood from where I grew up in because they need to know about the culture. Bro, you just sat here and said a couple of days ago that there's a nasty war in your neighborhood to the point that you're afraid for your kids' lives and your life. Yet you continue now spew out, man, we staying here for the culture. Black folks, our mindsets need to change. We talk. We talk about this stuff how if I was white, ooh, we talk. But baby, we need to change. Last example. Just read this yesterday. Had some people disagree with me. Whatever. Don't care. Um, believe it's in North Carolina. Mother, daughter live in a building. I mean, she pays $2,500 a month, so I'm assuming the building is decent. It has a pool and everything. From what I read, daughter have multiple people come over, and they weren't appreciating the property. They weren't doing right on the property, and I guess harassing people. Um, they decided to start twerking and put music on and start twerking in the pool. And all the residents in the pool, probably some with kids, of course, they don't want to see that. So they complain. The building management said, okay, y'all gotta go, y'all gotta leave. The daughter's friends decide they want to attack the property manager. They end up evicting the mom and the daughter. Mom, if I'm not mistaken, business mom, they evict them. The trope. You didn't tell them white people who got 3 or 4 or 5 people. You didn't tell them to leave. Are those white people over there twerking? Are those white people over there harassing folks? Are those white people over there trying to fight people? And then you got some people on the platform that I saw this on. Man, they wrong. Oh, they wrong for evicting them. They wrong. Ooh, I would take them to court. Take who to court? I who? You mean the mother and daughter? Take who to court? I'll take the property management to court. Why would you take the property management to court? Well, they violate their rights and by kicking evicting them and all that stuff. Baby, your people, your company put hands on people. What you think they're gonna do? They've been receiving complaints about you. The final straw was the physical attack. The attack. Physical, verbal, the attack. Unfortunately, It's a crazy circumstance, but it is what it is. And nobody put them in that situation but themselves. The daughter, you put your mom in that situation because of your actions. Because of your actions, your and your friends' actions, now cause you guys to be without a place. But they came with that trope. Well, if I was white, this wouldn't happen. Not if you was white. If you had some class and some respect, that would not have happened. Has nothing to do with your race. It has something to do with class and respect. Okay, so I'm gonna end that rant, and I'm pretty much about to log off soon. It is 10:58. Again, January 15th, 2023. Um, yeah, I'm at the end shortly. Gotta clean up, get some type of breakfast ready, or almost ready, because I know little man gonna be up soon, and football game come on an hour. Get ready for that, right? Oh, and finish editing. I have to finish editing. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to drop my first ever reaction to a movie. Probably gonna drop tomorrow, so I gotta finish editing that. So yeah, I see you guys in 2 weeks. I love you all. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, share, and I'll see you soon. Bye.